So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So this is going to be my nav level 250 playthrough against Treasure Map Wyper. I kind of enjoy this treasure map, not going to lie. Some negatives I felt like. I still feel like the bonus map is not good enough. It was way better over a year ago. They started to get really bad with the film Red treasure maps, sadly. Just put more treasure chests. That's all I want. Like with any route you take here, you can't get many rainbow chests. There's a realistic chance that you miss quite a few. So, but yeah, when I did look at all the limit break materials and treasure map tickets I've got, I still got a lot this treasure map. We'll check that after the run. But yeah, I decided to end on a bonus map just so we can try it out against NL. And my team is the same, I've just changed how I play it. The only problem with only being able to do this particular battle so rarely is that I didn't really get the chance. It takes time to figure out what to do. And yeah, I feel like my current one is pretty much optimal. So on stage 2, I'm going to use NL's super type. It's funny, they managed to make it that for the intrusion, double NL is actually optimal, just so you get double super type. But yeah, for second stage, I do stall a turn. I hit with the middle guy there, just so I don't get his para. And then second turn, I just use double NL special to wave clear. And yeah, that's pretty clean, much better than what I did before. I also use Yamato as captain now, just to resist the spear. And by resisting the spear, I save one special to use, so a little bit faster. Now me and Robin are better caps for final stage anyway, so works out pretty well. And yeah, super easy. I didn't realize this when making my first video, but the HP is actually set here, so stage 4 NL never increases in HP, makes it a lot easier. Will it be nice if the main boss also had set HP, but it is what it is. So yeah, resisted the spear there because the spear comes first, then comes the bind. So yeah, we need to get back Ohm special to remove the bind. So Robin special does that, but I'll use Nami as well for damage. At this point, HP is starting to get bigger, so I also used the super class special. If I get the Robin swap, I used Robin's super class as well. And yeah, it's very good damage by doing it like this. So yeah, intrusion takes a bit of time, but not that hard and will work for a lot longer. The number 1 this treasure map, as many times among us, said that he went to nav 630 and full boost team still worked. So yeah, pretty good batch considering no new treasure map legend. Usually when that happens, your damage gets lowered a bit, but they did a pretty good job with NL, despite being a rare recruit. I still think he's the least valuable to own of the batch though, just because the others have much better support. In the future, NL could see some use in Treasure Map though, using his special on stage 2 to wave clear, and then stage 3 you get the other stuff he does. So it's not too bad. But yeah, I've not really changed my teams against Kunis and Rocky. Basically, I face these on the map because then they are permanently level 1. One thing to note though is that it also means that you have permanently level 1 points, which didn't really matter to me. Even if I faced these two with higher nav levels, I will still not have got a lot higher rank. Like I ended up in the top 50. And yeah, it's not like it will have made me top 10 by doing those bosses, so doesn't really matter. Might matter if you do go for rank though. But yeah, this is my best treasure map since I got number 1 in treasure map Frankie. So we'll see what I do in the future. Don't think I'll do much more than this until summer. We'll see in the July treasure map. Shoutouts to the Korean in the Parrot Alliance Discord called Stay. he became one of very few people on the global server to do 500 runs in Treasure Map. He finished third by doing that. He didn't have a full boost team, so that's very cool. But yeah, I'd like to try and do the same. I feel like that's the last remaining realistic challenge I could do in Treasure Map. Like, I'm never going to like win against, say, Among Us in a 1v1 with equal opportunity. That's never happening. But being able to just get to now level 500, that could be possible. When I got number 1, I did like 475 or something. But I didn't play through to the end since I didn't have to. And since I didn't have to, I couldn't just play. I couldn't keep up the motivation. So we'll see. Something I'm thinking about. And like if I don't do it this year, maybe next year, who knows. But as I said before, like my main focus nowadays is mainly on farming Hemes and experience. Actually, right after finishing Treasure Map here, getting 250 nubs, I went right back to Heme farm. But yeah, there's a lot you have to juggle. Like first I have my real life, which is obviously top priority. But then I spend a lot of time on OPTC, of course. And I'm trying to juggle that with farming, which I love to do. I am a farmer in the end. But also making content. So, works right now. And I'll keep doing it as long as it works. Then if it doesn't work, I'll reevaluate. But yeah, I was happy to get that 1000 ticket here. It doesn't feel like I got too many, which is a shame. Tickets are the best drops you can get since they're basically limit break materials, but you decide what it is. Most of my tickets I have, I'll be spending on small charge, but also buy quite a few crystals, because why not? But yeah. Finally with this team is that, like I did believe I could get a chain boundary boost final stage, but all the way through the end, Kaido just won 8 KOs. But of course, Kaido as cap with just his special is great for Treasure Map. Sadly, he's not great long term, because when he's not boosted, you can never use his special. Could maybe be okay just because of that inherent boost to attack. But we'll see about that. I doubt it. I don't see that happening. But yeah, basically, we get this insane boost to attack, orb, and call affinity. So we just won it KO. But yeah, pretty easy Treasure Map in terms of teams, at least if you had all the new stuff. None of the bosses were like super duper annoying. One annoyance I had was with this battle, because I use Kiku and ISO special on stage 2 to prevent getting a chain lock stage 3. But of course you can get secret stage, and sometimes you don't really pay attention. Like the goal with Treasure Map farming is that you don't have to pay too much attention. So yeah, it has happened that I use Sorrow and kill stage 2 and can't use Kiku and ISO. And because of the chain attack down final stage, you basically do no damage. So I probably spent like 2-3 gems on reviving just to get rid of that chain lock. Pretty dumb, but I really hate losing now levels, so I'll usually gam unless there's no turning back. Another thing I had to be very careful about was, I talked about this in the first video, there is 3 different variations on the normal map for where the mini bosses are placed on the map. And one of those variations is so bad, like Konis and Raki, who I face on the map, is on the other side, and you can only fight one of them. So you have to remember when you get to the boss content in the end that when you face Konis, you have to use a good team, not the buggy team. And that requires super concentration from me, because the whole point of me farming is that it goes on autopilot basically. I don't have to think, but basically I have to think then. So if I'm watching something, I have to like pause, I need to focus, and it's so easy to stay unfocused. A few times I actually clicked OK on the buggy team and realized when I clicked OK, but I had time to reload the game, so that's nice at least. anyway, this stage started to get a bit annoying by the end. I imagine it will be even more annoying the further we got. But yeah, we do have a useless filler unit here in Who's Who. If that Who's Who was an NL instead, for example, it would have been a lot easier, of course. But yeah, it wasn't that big of an issue. I just had to start using Ohm support stage 2 just to get a bit higher boost. And then with that boost, yeah. Of course it's a lot of damage now, but you have to remember that from treasure maps from now on the bonus map you'll be doing a lot more damage due to the burr boost. That extra damage isn't present in the other runs. So here it looked like an easy kill, but basically in a few nav levels I'd have to hit with all 4 Psi units. And then eventually I have to start hitting with a non-Psi unit. And eventually hitting with all 6 units won't be enough, and I have to add more damage, which I could have by putting like radio support on the priest, for example. But yeah, that's my now level 250 playthrough against Treasure Map Wyper. I'm super stoked about refueling my limit break materials, so to say. I've spent a lot lately, and thanks to this I can spend a lot more. Once we get the rewards, I'll probably spend a bit on some level limit break legends. For example, I have maxed Vitulucci, so he'll get a key, and I'll max him out and try him out sometimes this week or next week. But yeah, when I stopped playing with around 3 hours ago, I was 33rd. Not too bad. But yeah, as I've talked about lately, people in the top really play hard. Otherwise, this wasn't the most active treasure map overall. But yeah, it's always hard to get top 10, top 3 nowadays. Real rough. Top 100 was like 330 million. But yeah, almost 200k tickets. I'll be using up most of those once we get the treasure map rewards. And let's take a look at my materials. Yeah, feels good. I feel like I'm low when I get below 1k crystals, but yeah, obviously not the case now. I'm totally fine with this. And I have 8 gold keys too. Not in a rush to use them, but feels good to have some extra so I can do what I want, basically. And yeah, let's put some more fitting captain now to end this treasure map. I like to put this limited rare recruit Vivi when she has her pirate king close, or queen I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. See you next time.